back to Talkers on the Wall. I was going to say welcome back to House of the Dragon.
I thought you were about to say Hawk 2.
No. I was going to say welcome back to HOTD, but that's not us. Welcome back to Talkers on the Wall. We are going to be reviewing the last couple episodes of HOTD. Right away, I'm all in. Like I'm deep in. My teeth are sank into this series right at this point. I know some people were saying last episode was a little bit boring and like pacing slowed down a little bit, but I'm still thoroughly enjoying my time with the show. Like, especially the ending of the last episode, super hype. I just can't wait to see what is more to come. I was kind of worried that there's going to be like some like filler, I guess, to pad timing because we only have this season and next season. And so I was like, damn, like they got like not a whole lot to cover still.
They literally still have a whole lot.
No. But by adding this kind of like extra stuff that's interesting, I've been satisfied. So
yeah, I would say, I am getting a little scared that we're gonna get a little season 2 flashback to where we had like these good setup. Mm-hmm. It was like set up. We're actually gonna end the season on more setup. Which I think that they can control their like budget and pacing a lot better, especially from their mistakes from season 2. Because like season 2's like pacing and no like payoff for it literally put the optics down in this show so much. Yeah. Like it was down bad. Like I still had a little bit of hope for it.
I mean I would say that where season 3 is already going right, where season 2 is going wrong, is that like there was an episode payoff where like there was just no payoff at all in season 2. So like if they set something up in like the episode, I feel like you're getting that payoff by the end of the episode, even though it's not like the max amount of payoff.
What would you say has like been like your like in episode?
Like for example, this last episode, what was it, 5 or 4? 5. So in episode 5, they introduced like the serial killings of the guards and stuff like that, and like how the guards are like getting killed. In season 2, they might have like held that feast for traitors until like the very last episode, but they set up the problem. They set up that there's like a bunch of murders, and then we got that payoff of the feast of traitors at the end of the episode. That's like what I'm talking about. That's is fair. Like they set something up and they pay it off by the end of the episode, which I'm satisfied with. Yeah. Same thing with Aemond is back. They set Aemond up and we get his payoff with him saving Alice Rivers. Yeah. And so that's kind of what I mean. Whereas like in season 2, it felt like they'd introduced something in an episode and they're just like, whether it was that episode or not at all, there was no payoff. So no, I think season 3 is already getting a little bit better.
I mean, I'd say these last 2 episodes, I think we should really only talk about 5. But I mean, they're solid like 7.5s. I mean, it's just solid setup.
Yeah.
I think that each character is interesting. The formatting of like the 7-second clips still bothers me. Like I love when it was like focused and we actually got like. I just want like each character to have like all of their scenes in like one moment in a sense. I know obviously like sometimes you're gonna have to like sporadically like pace them out.
Mm-hmm.
But like it just sucks that we have like this Aegon Larys tells him off of like how it's like a terrible person he is and a terrible king he was. Good moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just like that's a 7-second clip and then this 7-second clip. I don't know. Like, I get that we're having these payoffs, but it's just, I don't know. It's just to me that I just don't think that this is working as well as it would for, like, granted, there's a lot less characters, but, like, A Night of the Seven, like, you go from 2 different POVs. Like, you go from, like, Maekar's, like, council, and that fully feels fleshed out in that moment. Compared to like what you would have with like a 7-second like.
I feel like just the House of the Dragon, the cast and the story is too like wide spanning. Like you never leave Dunk's POV. Yeah, I'm just saying that like it just to me it's uncomparable because they're so different. So
but even
like I know that you're making the point, but to me the point just doesn't it doesn't.
Then Prime Game of Thrones, I'll say.
Even Prime Game, like me personally, I'm not having the same issue that you are disliking the 7-second clips. Like for me, it's never been like that egregious. They're just like because so many things are happening all at once. They're trying to keep you in that things are happening all throughout the same day, but they don't want to just be like, here's this character day to night, here's this character day to night. It's like just flashing throughout the day, like what each character is doing. And I've personally loved it, especially when they flash to what's going on in like King's Landing versus Tumbleton. Like obviously you got to show what the play-by-play is going on, like when it's happening. I don't want to just like sit through all of one thing and then sit through all of one thing, because also like you're getting a lot of like good tension and like suspense by them switching back and forth, which is what's keeping me like definitely entertained. I mean, Schmidt, we haven't heard from you. Let's get you in on this.
I'm more in the middle of you guys, as I feel like I usually am. I do notice it sometimes. I think it was a lot more in season 2. This season's been a lot better because they'll like set up a problem, and then it's almost like they will cut away and then they'll come back to it. And then that's when the payoff is. And it's like, okay, so you let it build and you're like, that's in the back of your mind. And then you're watching this scene and then they come back to it. And they're like, so that's what happens.
I like that.
I just think that it makes you like care more for the moments if you have a little bit in depth. I guess I know every episode can't be an hour and a half.
Right.
But like, it just felt like the Prime Game of Thrones seasons just did it a lot better.
I just
but also their source books were a lot more
detailed.
Storied.
Yeah,
they're building it off of just a history book, so they have to more so fill in what what they would be. Just
unlike D&D, they actually have to have writers on this show. So
yeah, I mean Prime D&D was nuts with source material.
Right, so they weren't writing it really. Right. They were just adapting it. Yeah. These guys, they like take the source material and they write like details and expand upon it.
It's ironic that we're talking about HOTD and adapting this book because there's so many changes. But
I mean, but it's still an adaptation.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying that it's just they have to add and change and like make it work in the format of a TV show. I mean, making a book into a TV show is already kind of difficult. So, and them having to do it, taking like a history book and turning it into a TV show adds a lot more effort.
Fire and Blood was probably one of the worst books to adapt, but it's still cool. I mean, obviously the Dance of the Dragons is lit. So, we can go more so like in episode of how we want to dissect it. MVPs. Anyone got an MVP?
I think for episode 4 MVP, definitely Ormond. Yeah. Like him coming into his like moment to shine and like seeing his like self-grandizing but kind of like hypocritical like view of the world was super cool. Episode 5.
It was.
I'd have to think about it. But who was your MVPs for episode 4?
It was either. I think, honestly, it'd probably be Ormond, close second, Daron.
Yeah. I would probably also say Ormond, just because, like, they set him up as, like, not the cartoonish evil bad guy, and me and Cole were talking about it as we're watching it. He goes, I'm glad that they kind of have a little bit of difference in Team Green. Like, this guy's not cartoonishly evil at the very end of the episode. So I was wrong.
I am a Nazi.
I don't even think that's cartoonishly evil, though. He's just like he's trying to make Daron into like his perfect like weapon, basically.
Right, but he was just setting up the front.
Yeah.
Of him being like, yes, my guy did something wrong. I'm a just guy. All right, Daron, fucking murder this guy.
Yeah. I mean, he's just basically playing both sides. He's like playing the side of the noble knight, but also he's like, bro, we have to we got to make an example of these guys, otherwise no one's gonna respect us. Basically.
We have to make. Are you talking about like making an example, like showing us doing the right thing?
Like he's saying, like we have to be seen to be noble, but also we can't let the common folk think they can get away with hitting a knight. So he's like, do the right thing in public, but also like the family's gonna know about this, so the rumors will spread basically. And we're also not gonna let him get away with hitting a knight. But I mean, it is just like. I don't find it cartoonishly evil. Like, there's definitely, like, a reason behind the madness, and he's very, like, calculating.
I think there's, like, reasons behind being cartoonishly evil.
Yeah. I just don't think he is cartoonishly evil.
It's more just, like, he's, it's, like, I feel like it's an not like an over-exaggeration, but it's very egregious.
I mean, it definitely is, like, an egregious punishment, but I think, like he's just trying to like make Daeron into that
Right,
like
yeah, he's
respect
definitely
the high
he's
towers
molding
type
him
of
the
thing.
way that he
Yeah.
wants him to, which I mean,
And we've already seen that Ormond, at least in episode 5, is a bit of a crash out too. I mean, when he loses his chess match. So I mean, we're getting like a deeper delve into a psyche that he's just a crash out. I mean, yeah. So, but he's able to control it to a certain extent. Like he doesn't like show it off in public necessarily. It seems like. Yeah, and we also got a little bit more backstory that he's just got like a sensitivity on his smells.
Yeah.
That he's just like.
I'm very curious to see how they're gonna tie that in.
Right.
Because like that's completely, we barely know anything about Ormond in the books. So.
Right. I was curious what you guys were thinking about the Alicent and Helena and the Rhaenyra scenes in the last couple of episodes.
Yeah, it's weird that they're bringing in Maelor now.
Mm-hmm.
Very weird, I would say. And I think, honestly, I think that they're really bringing in Maelor just to give Alicent and Helena something to do this season. Like, Maelor should have been born in season 1.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it feels like they're going so far out of their way to give Alicent stuff to do. Which I find a little bit annoying, especially when we have so many characters that we need to flesh out and get endings for.
that's fair.
I just feel like that's where I had those problems with Rhaenyra in season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Nothing Burger, like, council meetings. What should I do? What should I do? Like, I'm getting the same vibes from Alicent this season.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of about, like, her trying to escape the castle, like, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in the know, it's just not, like, it doesn't feel important. But it is, like, an entertaining plot, especially now that they're stuck in, like, the walls, I guess.
Yeah.
That was kind of weird. I didn't see that coming, where they would just get stuck in the walls.
Or just, like, magically find, like, a secret door.
I wouldn't say it was magical. I think
I didn't say magical.
It was just like a secret
magically
door.
find the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean no one knew about that, but
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but she was just able to find it by like the wind
And the cat.
and the cat, which I mean,
Any plot convenience is a plot convenience.
well, that's fair.
But I mean, I never thought it was like egregious or anything.
I don't.
I mean, it makes sense that the castle would have many hidden rooms.
No, and they've shown that. But like, what I'm just trying to get at, it's just more so annoying. Like, we have so many things we need to tackle, and
It did feel shoehorned.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have like a big moment coming up for Helena, so I do think she needs to get more screen time. Because if they didn't give her anything to do this season, like when her big moment comes, I just don't think anyone would care.
That's fair.
I know I wouldn't. Like, but now that we're getting more time with her, especially more with Alicent, I care more about the relationship.
Like standing her ground and keeping the baby and stuff.
I'm caring more about Helena. I'm caring more about the relationship. So when this moment comes that I know is coming, I feel like it's going to impact me a little bit more than it would have if they had just like shunted them off to the corner. So I see the method too. I mean, I'm not going to say it's super interesting. It's not. Yeah, but it is needed, I think.
Okay. So like, I get your point with that. And that is a big moment in the dance. But I also feel like by making this moment more impactful, you're taking away from like, they legit like plot movements like less merit, if that makes sense.
Not entirely, but I mean, when the time comes, it'll be just easier to talk about, and like, as events unfold. But I mean, it didn't bother me too much. The only thing that did bother me a little bit was just like, what's her name? Like her
Mysaria?
Mysaria. Like, how Alicent was able to, like, manipulate her. Like, kind of, it felt super easily. Yeah. I was like, oh, are you falling for this, bro? Yeah. It's like, you are so pissed off that, like, Rhaenyra is, like, choosing Daemon all the time. But Daemon would never, like, betray her in that way. Like, he would never side with, like, her direct enemy, like Alicent, I guess. I don't think. And I'm like, oh, you're just doing exactly what you think Daemon is doing. Like, you're acting in your own self-interest. But I mean, they both have their flaws, but yeah, I was just like, damn, I just thought she'd hold out and be like more of like a loyalist than she was.
Honestly, too, like, I feel like obviously like the source material doesn't really have like that like script for it, but like those I feel like the moments where you have like since Alicent's role is like stepped back from the limelight quite a bit. Those are the moments like really where we should have like just straight bar for bar like Mazzaria versus Alicent, like who wins, not just like here's my thoughts. Damn, you kind of spin. I'll change.
Yeah, no, for real. I was just like, damn, the switch up from Mazzaria is crazy right now. But I also really liked in episode 5, there's a lot to cover because like we're talking about 2 episodes, but the council meeting, like when they were having the meeting of like the small council, and the fucking royal was sitting next to whatever her other name.
Lord Manderley and Frey.
Yeah, and then
that's the horse.
Yeah.
That's it.
The show does know when
the
to,
gossip
like, put
was
in,
super
like,
good.
Knows when to put in good comedy moments too.
Yeah.
I was chuckling pretty good at that.
You see the bastards. Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, that's good. That's good.
I also love seeing like Rhaenyra not really like following through with like Jace's problems or not like his proposals. Because, like, to get across, like, he promised the phrase Harrenhal.
Yeah.
And then he's like, so, when do I get this?
Yeah.
They're like, you don't.
Yeah. That's the neat part. You don't.
Yikes.
Yeah, my son who's dead made that
look
oath.
like a Lannister?
Yeah. You made an oath with a dead man. Should we go, like, dig him up so we can honor that for you?
If you wish to have Harrenhal, you gotta get...
Sure, I mean, she was basically just like, if you want it, send somebody that, in the House of Frey to find Aemon. But yeah, no, it is very like you get to see like why there's kind of like so much unrest. I mean, there's already so much chaos in King's Landing, but then also Rhaenyra is like being held to all these like promises that other people made, and she's just kind of like, I don't fucking care. Like I didn't make that promise.
Yeah.
And then even if she did, she's like, it's not happening right now.
I do have one little bit of like it might be a nitpick problem, or it could be set up as something I don't know about. Since Alice wants Harrenhal, why doesn't she just kill Aemon when he's on the bed and just get Harrenhal?
That's a good point. Because she does, all she wants is Harrenhal.
Yeah, all she wants is Harrenhal.
And she knows now that the queen is giving Harrenhal to anyone who brings her Aemon.
Why wouldn't she just murk and then... It's got to be set up for something else.
I think it's just like
it is
plot convenience.
Right. Well, I just don't know about like in the book.
Right. Yeah.
So
like that would be the most sensical thing, but also like probably from like Alice Rivers just feels betrayed, so she wants to betray the queen back type of shit. So I don't know, but the smartest thing for her would be to just murk him. Yeah. Especially when he was like, "Help me, help me."
Yeah. Or when he's just asleep on the bed. Boom, dead.
True. Yeah, also crazy. I thought that they might have been using like magic to hide Vhagar, but nah, they're just like, she's
just burning shit.
Yeah, she's just really good at hiding. She's really good at hiding.
Not only that, she's literally going out of her way to burn like small towns in the Riverlands.
Yeah.
How can no one find this thing?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Vhagar, total subclass into Rogue. This thing hits so many sneak attacks and hides behind any motherfucking tree or castle it can find.
Yeah.
This thing is this is 2018 LeBron.
True. It is just crazy. Like every time they mention, we have no idea where she is. I'm like, how?
You have 4 Dragon Riders.
How did you miss her?
Yeah.
True. Yeah. Yeah. And it literally shows like Bela and Alan like flying around. It's
Adam,
like Adam.
Yeah,
I get their names confused.
Of Hull.
Yeah.
But
that's also seen like those are 2 characters that like are like Bela's really cool in like the source material, and so's Adam. Like, but they just kind of really don't do anything in the show.
Yeah, they're just biding their time.
Yeah. Let's see. We talked about Aemon. We talked about on the Alice side.
Yep.
We can talk about Aemon and his character development as far as like any woman he sees. Are you my mom?
True. Yeah. He's just a big mommy's boy.
Yeah.
I mean, just like one of those things where I'm starting to see it a bit more on like I think they do it a little bit on both sides, but definitely like on Team Black where they just always have to give Team Green. They always have to give them like some sort of weird character flaw that I don't know, just takes me out of it. Like the mommy thing and just like Christian Cole just being a fuckhead, and it's just horrible. But then they have like some of the redeeming guys like Gwen. He isn't Gwen. Yeah, he hasn't shown any like. I don't know.
That was my MVP for episode 5.
Oh, Gwen.
Yeah,
that's fair. He was pretty tough. Yeah. Damon, I don't know if he's my MVP for episode 5. He did some good stuff, but I don't know. It's tough. Maybe even... Yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, I like Gwaine. I mean, it's cool to see, like, Aemon, like, kind of, like... I guess he's just coming to the rescue of his rescuer, but... It felt more heroic, I guess.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know if it was just, like, because of the way they portrayed it, but it felt like more heroic than he's acted in the past, so maybe there's some growth there.
I think the way that... I think the psychotherapy, like, might... I don't even think that, like, Aemon might be enchanted. I just think that he's just gonna, like... just fall like deeply in love with Alice.
Yeah, I mean her name is already so similar, and then like she's coddling him.
I add a penny to your name? What? So you could be Alice Scent?
Get the games. Other than that, though, I loved near the ending of episode 5, like kind of the progression that they finally give Aegon. I felt like Aegon this season was stuck in a rut where he just kept being like stupid, angry, like hiding all the time. Yeah. And then I think maybe this might be his turning point where he finally starts to get with the program. Yeah. After Larys had to give him his reality check. I love the duality that they were doing between Aemon and Aegon, where Aemon was like, oh, Aegon had all these advantages. He was always the better son. Yeah. And then they flash cut to Aegon saying the exact same thing about Aemon. He's like, if I had all his advantages. Yeah. And they just think the exact same thing about each other. It's so good. I love those parallels.
If I was gifted high Valyrian. Motherfucker, you took the same classes.
Yeah, true. He was like given all the best trainers, the best tutors. Yeah. Fluent in high fucking Valyrian.
Nah, yeah. Those two were definitely my MVPs of season 2. Yeah. And then Daeron is also just one of my goats.
Honestly, Larys. Yeah. I can't get any of these names right. But Larys, he might have to be the episode 5 MVP just for like
the reality check?
Just for the reality check. He's like, I just only ever hear you complain. Yeah. I've never heard anything else from your fucking mouth.
True.
It's like, yes. That's fucking fair. Tell him off. Yeah. Well,
let's see. We can talk about...
Oh, Tywin came back?
Thailand?
Yes.
Holy fuck. I was not expecting him.
No, I thought he was dead. Well, I know you were like...
I know.
Yeah, you were kind of like...
He plays a bigger part than you think.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows where the gold is, so
that's true.
Not even because of that.
Well, but he does.
Yeah.
Apparently. But yeah, when he just showed up at the castle,
like an MCU character.
Yeah. What's that about a boat?
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah, and then I was like, oh, so they didn't actually kill him off. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know too much of what he does. The videos I watched just basically tell me that he just how he died. They didn't say he was like a part of anything too major.
It's interesting.
So yeah, I don't know what he's got cooking up, but yeah.
It's not about. I can.
Because actually I
can dive into it.
Because actually in the video I read, he was at King's Landing when they take it, and he just gets tortured and killed.
He does not get killed.
Well, that's what the video said.
Well. I don't have any thoughts on.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay.
They diverge, so you can say what happened in the book.
Okay. So, in the book, basically, you are right. He gets captured. He gets tortured. His eyes get ripped out. Oh. And, like, he's just tortured senselessly, and everyone tells, like, the world that he is dead. Mm-hmm. But, after a certain event, Clock Wolf... he is named the Hand of the King to
somebody.
Said Targaryen.
Right. Okay. I thought
and
Kragan
like. Right. Yeah.
So after the Clock of the Wolf, you're saying that happens?
Yeah.
Like when he goes back north.
I think Clock Wolf sets that up. I'd have to rewatch it. But...
Well, because I know Clock Wolf, he shows up and he's like, I'm gonna act as Hand. Well, I clean things up.
Then yes. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. So I guess
That's why I was like, that would be really stupid if he actually died.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Also, I did want to talk about the conspiracy going on in King's Landing with like the High Towers. Like,
yeah.
It's very cool, but it's gotta just be so large scale for them to be getting away with it, right? Like, to kill almost all of the Kingsguard, it looked like, or the City Watch.
Yeah.
Just nuts.
Almost like those people in Meereen in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they're
Oh,
called.
you're talking about like the Sons of the
Masks.
Harpy.
Yeah, the Sons of the
Harpy. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
It's kind of what it gave me.
Yeah.
I think what this will be.
Also, I don't know if it was like a direct like call out, but it just reminded me a lot of A Feast for Crows.
Yeah.
Like A Feast for Traitors.
I also think that it was a shot at George R. R. Martin.
You think so?
Because he pretty much like George R. R. Martin like turned his back on this show. A Feast for Traitors. Like you were like so with me when I created this. I made some changes, then you just backed out. I think that was a subtle shot. And there's also been some meta stuff where like Helena's talking about like the butterflies, like, oh, it's not supposed to be in this season. Like calling out the budget of season 2 and 3 of how those first two episodes were supposed to be in season 2. And also George R. R. Martin said that that these changes that they're making are toxic butterfly effects that will ruin the history of the world that they're trying to create. And they always talk about butterflies and caterpillars.
And then she's talking about how it eats the nightshade.
The poison.
Yeah. So I think those are subtle shots.
I mean, now that you explain it, it's not so subtle.
I mean,
maybe. Now that I know all the...
I do, but A Feast for Traitors and then depicting a bunch of dead people and doing a shot at George like that, that's a little crazy. If they, like, it's not that deep.
That one seems like kind of a stretch for sure.
Yeah.
Like, if, like, I don't know. I didn't, like, that didn't even strike me. I just thought maybe it was a callback to the book.
Yeah. No.
A Feast for Crows.
I wonder if A Feast for Crows is when the Red Wedding happens, too.
I don't know.
Because and not important.
Yeah.
But I think that will lead into, I think this was a big religious step point. I think that the Faith of the Seven, for one, they've already tried to, like, dunk on Rhaenyra mid-convo. Like, yo, low-key, everything that you guys have built has just been built on blood magic and horrific atrocities.
True.
And then we also have this correlation where Ormond says the same exact thing to Daeron. Like you are a pure-blooded boy, but you're trying to become a pure-blooded boy, but you have taint in your blood.
Yeah. Do you think he's dyeing Daeron's hair?
Oh, it has to be. It'd be so stupid.
Like if
fake Daeron does not work.
Like, yeah. Well, yeah, I was just curious.
Yeah.
Like, if they just... Cause, well, nobody had seen him, so they just gave him white hair.
Yeah.
But I was wondering, like, if Daeron normally has white hair, too.
I bet.
Okay.
I'm 99%.
Maybe in a triumphant moment, he gets his white hair back.
Yeah.
And then that's when he becomes Daeron the Daring instead of Daeron the Timid.
Like the rain, she's washed out.
Some shit like that.
Yeah. But yeah, no. I'm a little, and
that would be very interesting though if it is like Ormond just connecting with the Septums and like just the people of the faith in King's Landing.
Yeah.
It makes sense for what's to come too.
Because like the origin of the Faith of the Seven, I believe, is from Old Town.
Yeah. I mean that's where the Maester or the tower is at.
The Citadel and all that.
Yeah.
And I think
it would play into the Maester conspiracy.
I also think that the character that hasn't been named yet but plays a big role, the shepherd, will have a very big religious tone to his gospel.
I wonder if
I kind of think that the High Septon might become the shepherd.
Yeah, I know you said that, but low key, I mean, I think it's just got to be Faith of the Seven stuff for the shepherd. I think it works too well for it not to be.
Hey, isn't the Septum just the Faith of the Seven? Isn't the High Septum like the Seven?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
No, I think it checks out. I don't know if they'll have the High Septon be the shepherd though.
Right. I mean, maybe. I know she was like talking about deposing him.
Yeah.
And they're like, that might not be very cool.
Yeah. That'd be cool. But
so we'll see.
Let's see. And then we talked about Gwaine a little bit. We can talk about the Chris and Cole stuff. That was a big part of episode 5.
Big Christian Cole episode. Everybody was clowning him. Greatest warrior in the land.
I mean,
who told him that?
He did shit on Daemon Targaryen in front of everyone.
In a tournament fighter. You know, it's just like in Game of Thrones. They're like saying how like a tournament fighter isn't the same as a real warrior. Like, the fucking flower boys are super good in tournaments, but when they actually get into real battle, they get fucking scuffed up.
I mean, Sir Loras is pretty good in the Blackwater and all that.
He gets murked.
And
what? No,
like, not in, like, he doesn't get, like, murked as in, like, killed, but they're like, yeah, he doesn't do that great. In the Siege. Like, his brother is super good, but then when his, like, Loras... What? Huh? Talking about the book.
Oh.
Yeah.
Loras does pretty well. I mean, he's one of the best fighters in all of Westeros.
I was about to say, in this show, he rides in on a horse next to Tywin.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, just in the video I watched, they're like, yeah, when he actually gets into real combat, he doesn't do that great.
I mean, the only person he's really lost to one-on-one that's, like, stated is Brienne of Tarth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty loser behavior.
Any more thoughts on the episode?
Yeah, let's see. Excited to see where they're going. I think we need to see the tumble. I was about to say a big spoiler. we need to see Tumbleton go down. Either this episode. It has to be this episode.
I do think it's time for the Battle of Tumbleton.
Yeah.
My tensions have built. I am tense. I'm ready for the payoff.
I would be very, very, very sad if we did not get Tumbleton.
Yeah, we only got 3 episodes
left. I do want to. Yeah, I think it's been a lot of Tumbleton's an issue. We got to deal with Tumbleton.
Yeah.
And that's been like for 3 episodes. So I'm ready for them to just.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm excited.
Trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, the cats in the castle now is pretty cool.
True.
That's true. On ships we kept cats.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think that was just about it. Nothing that I can really... I think we talked about everything that came to mind. Yeah, I mean, let us know what you guys are thinking in the comments.